Hey guys, it's Marmar here and I'm doing an update on the S.H.I.E.L.D 616, the bus, because I've made a few changes to it and I've kind of improved some things about it. And I'm actually doing this review on the floor because there is nowhere I can put this. This is bigger than my helicarrier, so there is literally no room but the floor. So I'm doing the review on the floor. I've stuck my plastic down. I'm going to just go in and hopefully show you this thing down here on the floor. So if I go ahead and we go over the top, I've changed the front design, but I've also done quite a lot to the actual top of the craft. As you can see now, we've got two back wings as well. Added those on the other day. So now we've got the proper four-wing black plane that we've seen in the series. It's got a little blue engine there. The satellite is still down there. It's got little tips on the wings. And there's the back. Got tips on the wings there. And two red lights. Moving on, there's some more detailing. And I got a brand new feature up here on the roof. You can see there's a clip there. And there's these two new things here that are new. Open that up and you can get right inside there. So that's brand new. I've managed to create like a little hatch. We've seen hatches being opened in the plane. It's usually in the interrogation room, but because mine's underneath the cockpit, I decided to put it up here in the mission control room, and that can be just closed right up there. And then moving on, we've got the wings, brand new wings on this thing. And as you can see, these engines are actually pointing down. And those are brand new. You can just see there's a clip under there. I can show you from here. This one's actually a bit dodgy, so yeah, look at that. Dodgy. There. That one's smooth, that one seems to be, that one just never wants to seem to turn back. There's also a flick fire missile under there as well. Go ahead and look at the sunroof. Yeah, well, I guess it is a sunroof. But yeah, this thing, yeah, I put a skylight in because there is actually one on the bus. That is actually meant to be taken out, if I can get it. Because I did actually there's actually a ladder under here. So you may not be able to see, but there's a little turn bit there with the ladder on. I've just knocked it off for you guys so you can see. I had an idea that there should be an access point to the roof, so I went and did that. Right, I'll just go back on in a minute, and then I'm going to move on to the cockpit. So I've just gone ahead and taken the wings off. They literally just lift off in exactly the same way as I showed you guys before. They're perfectly stable. They are fine to stay as its own piece. They just literally lift off, and these pieces here just hold it in. But as I said, we're going to the cockpit, which is a brand new cockpit. It is much more rounded. The last one was really square, and this lip is still on it though. This part I really don't like for some reason, but it is much more improved than the last one, so I'm happy with that. And this comes off in exactly the same way. It lifts off in its own piece, and then you can look inside, and it's got a brand new way of sitting in. The control panel is much more accessible for the minifigures, and it's got the seat there, and it's got that black piece in the middle, which is supposed to be like the thruster bit that they lift up. So yeah, and then literally that just goes off on there. And this is all new as well as a gun clip. This has been extended. You can see that there's two different shades of grey there. Only two, there's not 50. Wow, that was terrible. There's the telephone, the cabinet, the walkie-talkie, and that's all the same in there. It's just been extended. And these pieces here, these are exactly the same. These are better, I always find, if I clip those off first, because they cover this grey strip up here. But I find that always easier for when I lift this off, because they just fall off anyway. when I tend to do it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take off this roof right here so we can see inside. Here we go. There's a new just communal table here. I put the hat on there. There's a light, wine bottle. There's also the old gun cabinets from last time. Those two are in there now. And there's like a little control panel, a couple of bottles. These are 2 black batons that are meant to be Mockingbird's ones. So they just clip in there. Then you got the access point down there. This time there is not a gaping hole like before. You can actually step down if you're a minifigure, which is a lot better than how I had it before. And then there's the sort of living room sort of area, and there's the galley sort of kitchen right here, and then there's a gun and magnifying glass for looking up close at things. And then we go through this way, and then there's the next room. There will be an update on this screen here. I'm changing this to be more aircraft based, instead of being the alert one from the Malibu Mansion set. That's going to be changed. But yeah, I haven't really done anything to this. There's the gun, Phil's gun on there, control panels all the way around, S.H.I.E.L.D symbol, and then there's these 2 panels as well. They're all from the Helicarrier set in there. So that's all pretty much the same thing. And then this piece, as you can see, the back is actually different. It has got these wings on, but this piece still just comes off in one go. But it does have this on the back, which is what I use now to lock it in place. It is the little drone from the Quinjet set, and that can just literally be popped off whenever they need it. And it has got that S.H.I.E.L.D symbol on, so it does look good from the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down. Look at all this stuff I got now. It does take a lot of assembly. So you've got Phil's office in there. The only bit I have changed is the back for the inside. But on the outside I have smoothed all of this over just to give it a bit more better look. And yeah, like I said, this piece is like this, and it's actually built like that, and then it just slides. And we go ahead and just slide that on, and that lamp down in there actually helps hold it on, really. And then this can come on, just goes at the back there, and this piece here clips it all on. That'll stay on at the back and hold it all in. So there we are. There's the top floor. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what's new downstairs. So I'll just turn it for you guys because it makes it easier for me to be able to lift it up. I should be able to do it with one hand. There we go. Comes off quite easily. Just got to find a space for it now. This thing is massive. Right, there's those walls again. They're just simply pop on, clip. There you go. Right, and then that brings us to the stairs that are now in a different place. They point this direction instead of coming down into the lab. They come down here like they do in the series, and that brings you to the garage where it has there's 2 body armors, a gun, control panel, same again, parachute, and of course Lola is in there taking up most of the room, toolbox and tools. That is pretty much all the same, just had a little bit of a rearrange because of the stairs coming in at the new direction. There's only 1 box under the stairs now. But yeah, apart from that, most of that's exactly the same. There's just a couple of light blue studs just down here for the ramp. But apart from that, I haven't really changed anything about that. So we're going to move on into the lab, which has had a complete rearrange. Now I've got this control panels up this end, there's one just down there, got a walkie-talkie, fire extinguisher, 2 computers for doing what Fitz and Simmons do. There's a big blue piece here, I don't really know what to represent as such, but it's all meant to be all sciencey things. There's a microscope here, it's looking down at a sample. Little computer, and it's got the medical box just down there. So you got that, and then here is meant to be Fitz and Simmons' table for doing the hologram stuff that pops up. And then here's just a printed piece, well, it's a sticker on a white piece that's from the Iron Man Malibu Mansion set. And then moving on here, this is a completely new room. It has Fitz's little drones. These are inspired by the other custom mock bus that I saw, and I couldn't think of my own way of doing these, and I really like that idea, so all credit goes to the other Lego designer for that idea, all his idea. I just had to include it in my own one because it's such a cool part of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And there's Fitz's little control panel for him. But yeah, I did not come up with that idea, I can admit that, that's fine. But that's such a good idea and it's such a fundamental part, so I've definitely included that. And then there's a friend's laptop in here as well, which can be Sky's laptop. And that follows on into the interrogation room, which is exactly the same. It's just been shrunk a little because of the change in cockpit that allows the same amount of room for getting in and out. There's just a table and the blue chairs in there still, so it's pretty basic. But yeah, there's the bottom floor for you there. And now I'll move on. I'll reassemble all of these separate pieces right here and show you Lola coming out the back to finish the video. So here we go, all the bus is reassembled, all of the pieces are back together, wings, the 2 floors, you can see everything on here, extra wings. Let's go ahead and get around the back. And one thing, no more green base plate. Spent ages stacking grey and like dark and light grey pieces together, giving this a better base to be put on because I didn't want the green straight stripe to be there. So this can go ahead and open, and Lola still comes out. Needs a bump. Perfectly fine. And she'll do that with the roof on as well. So thanks very much, guys. You've seen the bus in its modification now. In its what? That sentence doesn't even make sense. You've seen the bus with all its modifications now. It's looking much better. It's got 4 engines there. It's got the back wings. It's got changed insides. It's got a lot more stuff, and it's got a brand new rounded cockpit that I'm really pleased about. And thanks very much, guys. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up. If you really like the videos, check out more and hit the subscribe button. And you can always check out all the other links in the description. So thanks very much, guys. See you later.